Hey everyone, this is our 5th Yoga Basics class. Today we're going to complete a more gentle, relaxing flow. We'll still build to a peak pose, but our poses will be held longer than they have been in the past videos. Our peak pose today is pigeon. Pigeon is great for opening the hips. I would do this after a day of a lot of office work when you're sitting down at your desk, or after a day of a lot of driving. All right, we're gonna get started facing the long edge of our mat. We're going to begin with our feet about 2 to 3 feet apart and our hands at our hips. From here, we'll inhale our arms up, exhale our hands down to our mat, coming into wide angle forward fold. Like always, if your hands can't reach the mat in your position right now, heel toe your feet a little wider. Let your head hang loose. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Bring your hands to your hips and come to a straight back. Heel toe your feet in so they're 2 to 3 feet apart if they were a little wider. I want you to point your toes so they're diagonally reaching out to the corners of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to move into goddess pose by bending our knees. If your tailbone is sticking out, I want you to tuck it in. Once you feel like your foundation has been built, you may inhale your arms up to a T, and then exhale into cactus pose. Inhale your arms up to the sky, straighten your legs. Exhale your hands down to cactus, moving back into goddess pose. From here, we're going to bring our hands to our hips and lean forward. Bring our hands to our thighs, just above our knees. Move forward. I want you to bring your gaze to the right and drop your left shoulder. Bring your gaze forward. Move your gaze to the left and drop your right shoulder. Bring your gaze forward. Inhale your arms up. Point your toes straight ahead of you. Exhale your arms down, wide angle forward fold. If you'd like to be deeper in wide angle forward fold, you could take your hands, bring them to your legs, and gently push your chest close to your legs. Replace your hands to the center. Inhale them up to your hips, come to a straight back. And now we'll move into mountain pose at the top of our mat. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. In forward fold, our hands are on the mat. Our chest is pushing towards our legs. Our head is hanging loose. You can shake it yes or no. You may bend your knees. You may bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Feel the earth supporting you underneath your feet. Deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Bend your knees a little bit more. Bring your hands on either side of your foot and step your left foot back. Bring your left knee to the ground and point your left toes. We're going to be coming into low lunge. So you can inhale your arms up to your knee and begin to sink your hips forward. If this feels good in your body, you may inhale your arms up. You can shift your gaze a little higher. Exhale your hands on either side of your right foot. Curl your left toes and bring your left knee off the ground. We're going to bring our hands on the inside of our right foot. Keep our left hand planted on the earth and inhale our right arm up to the sky. Bring your right hand on the opposite side of your foot and step your left foot to meet you right at the top of your mat, coming into forward fold. Bring your hands to either side of your feet. Bend your knees. And then step your right foot back. Drop your right knee. Point your right toes. Coming to low lunge on the opposite side. You can rest your hands on your thigh just above your knee or at your hips. Begin to push your hips forward. And if you feel comfortable enough, you can inhale your arms up to the sky. If this is too harsh on your right knee, then you can fold your mat and have that knee on a little bit more of a cushion. If your arms are up to the sky, I want you to rest your shoulders. Exhale your hands on either side of your left foot. Curl your right toe so your right knee is off the ground. Now you can shift your left foot, you can heel toe it a little bit wider. Your hands are going to come both on the inside of that foot. Plant your right hand and lift your left arm to the sky. Replace your left hand on the ground. Step your left foot back into high plank. Lift your hips to the sky, coming to our first downward dog. You can heel toe your feet a little bit. You can bend your knees. You're pressing your chest towards your thighs. Move your gaze from your belly button to in between your hands. And I want you to walk towards the front of your mat so you end up back in forward fold. Begin to slowly roll your body up. We'll roll our shoulders, bring our palms forward, meeting in mountain pose. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Clasp your hands, except for your index fingers, so you have a steeple. On your next exhale, I want you to point your index fingers to the left into half moon standing. Inhale. Bring your index fingers to the sky. Exhale, point them towards the right. Half moon standing on the opposite side. Inhale, bring your index fingers up to the sky. Unclasp your hands. Bring your hands down in prayer at heart center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat, either side of your foot. Step your left foot back, then step your right foot back. Lift your hips, downward dog. We're going to center our left toes and inhale our right toes to the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow and your right foot to your left arm. You can drop your front leg. Then we will put our left knee on the ground and point our left toes. Pigeon pose. Now you can adjust how you would like. I invite you to bring your elbows down to the ground. Relax your head. Feel your hips and legs stretching. Know that the earth is supporting you. Focus on inhaling and exhaling through your nose. If your mind begins to wander, just refocus on your breath. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Take your left foot and bring it towards your body. You're kicking it up. If you can reach with your hand, gently push it in. If you can't reach, then you can replace your hand underneath your shoulder. So our left hand is gently pushing our left foot. On our next exhale, we'll place our toes to the ground and our hand underneath our shoulder. We'll curl our left toes and bring our left knee off the ground. Inhale, downward dog. We'll center our right toes, inhale our left toes to the sky. On our exhale, bring our left knee to our left elbow and our left foot to our right arm. Exhale, bring your right knee to the ground and point your right toes. Coming into pigeon on the opposite side. Feel your foundation. Adjust if needed. And on your next inhale, I invite you to bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Some of us may want to bring our whole arms to the ground. Whatever works for you is fine. And begin to relax your head and neck. One of the hardest things to do in yoga, and in anything really, is to kind of stop your mind from wandering and to make it be in the present moment. We can do that by focusing on our inhales and our exhales. It allows our body to be present and actually feel the stretch. If you're becoming a little bit frustrated with this because your mind keeps wandering, that's okay. It takes time and practice. Let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Roll our shoulders back. We're going to kick our right foot as if we could kick it all the way to touch our back. And if you can, I want you to gently push your right foot in with your right arm. Sometimes it's a little unstable, and that's okay. On our next inhale, replace your hand under your shoulders. Curl your right toes so your right knee is off the ground, and bring your left foot back into downward dog. From downward dog, I want you to bring your knees to the ground, coming into tabletop. From tabletop, I want you to adjust so we can be on our backs. Our back is going to come to the ground and our knees can be bent. I'm going to show you an alternative to pigeon. So we'll take our left foot and cross it over our right thigh. We'll inhale our right leg off the ground. Bring our hands to cross at the right leg, behind the right leg. You can stay like this, or on your next inhale, you can straighten your right leg. This is a great alternative to pigeon. It can be done anytime a class is doing pigeon. We call this figure 4. We'll bend our right knee, bring it back to the ground. And then bring our left foot back to the ground. You can start to windshield wipe your knees. Bring our knees to the sky. Take our right ankle, cross it over our left thigh. On your next inhale, bring your left leg into your chest. Clasp your hands behind your thigh. You can stay here, or you can point your left toes to the sky. Bring your left foot back to the ground, then your right foot. We'll come into reclined bound angle. Our knees will drop to the sides and our feet will meet. You may put a hand at your heart and another hand on your stomach. You may feel your inhales and your exhales. Gently take your hands, bring your knees back together, and then bring your knees into your chest. Bring your head towards your knees and give yourself a well-deserved hug. Moving into Shavasana. Our hands will come on either side of us, our palms facing up. Our legs long, stretched out. If you would prefer to be in a different position for Shavasana, then you may move now. Gently close your eyes. Begin to feel your body relaxing. Allow your breath to be what it is. Allow yourself to become one with the silence and stay in this position for as long as you need. Namaste.